This video is about how to run R1 DeepSeek on your own PC with or without GPUs. So first, right here, we actually have a machine that has two GPUs with 16 gigabytes of RAM. It's a machine kind of over there that I'm remoting into, and looking at the metrics to validate that it's actually using the GPUs. And then we have my normal PC that has it has an 8 gig GPU, but it doesn't use the GPUs. I believe it actually uses the RAM with this processor process. Now this is a pretty good PC, but it's 4 or 5 years old, really good PC. And so the first step you want to do to run it on your own computer is to go to ollama.com. You download it, and then when you install it, you actually have to open up a command line. If you don't know how to do that, you could just hit the Windows key. It's not showing it, and type in cmd, and then it'll do cmd.exe, and it'll open up a command line. I've already got a command line open with a history, so we're just going to use that one. And then you can go to models, and we got DeepSeek R1, and they got a bunch of different models here. Now this is how you run it. There is an additional step before you run a model. You have to pull it, which will download it. And I'm going to show you the 32B is pretty good, so you don't necessarily have to run this really big one. I didn't run this really big one because I'll show you how fast the 70B one. It's pretty slow, and it uses a lot of resources. But let's start with the 7B. So I've already done the pull. I don't need to do that again, but we'll just do the run, and I'll show you how fast it is. So it just takes a second to load. And let's just say, tell me a joke. So it's thinking, it doesn't think. There we go. We could do something a little bit more complex. Let's ask it, what is a complex riddle that I could test a large language model with? I'll copy this. Well, so you can see it's actually showing it's thinking, and this is pretty fast. It's doing quite a few, I don't know the tokens per second, but you'll notice a huge difference when we go to the other one. But the way that this is set up, the smaller models actually can run pretty well. Let me know if you'd like another one. Answer: the sword can be used for both crafting, like making swords, and cutting. The answer is sword. Oh, riddle: what weapon can be used for both crafting and cutting? I don't think that's a very good answer. So what we'll do is we'll say by. Whoops. You have to do /by. All right, and so now what we're going to do is we're going to pull. Let's go ahead and pull. I'll do the 70B. Let's put a 0 there. Run. I've already pulled it, so this should work running it. Takes longer to load. And if I go into my task manager, looks like actually there's Ollama server. It's using a lot of memory and a lot of disk space. So it's actually just using mostly my own memory and not the CPU. Okay, but it's pulling it in. I'm going to pause while it loads it, and it's 2:59 where I'm at. Oh, there we go. Okay, so it took about, let's say about 30 to 45 seconds. Now you see how much slower it is. What is a good riddle to test an LLM intelligence with? And actually, here's what I'll do. Let's go ahead and start this. I'll start this stopwatch, and I'll watch the GPUs. And so what we'll do is we'll be able to see. I'll pause it so you don't have to wait for it, and then we'll see how long it actually takes. But you'll see how slow it is. It's using quite a bit more CPU. The memory is about the same. That's interesting. So it's using the CPU, and you can see how slow it is going. So I'm going to pause the video to see if it provides a better answer. Okay, it's 10 minutes later and it's still going. So what we're going to do here is we're going to switch over to the other computer that actually it's mislabeled. If you saw the label, it has two 16 gig GPUs. And you can see right now, let's see the memory, where's the core load, 0%. And the other software to use is LM Studio. And in LM Studio, what you can do is you can search for DeepSeek, and there's a bunch of different versions. I believe it pulls it from Hugging Face, and there's a variety of different stuff. So likely too large for this machine, because it's going to try to estimate that based upon the amount of GPUs. Okay, full GPU offload possible. We want to get the so I believe that it's you want to get the highest number, and not the lowest number. It's kind of scrambling here. That where it has green on there. All right, so this one is possible, so we can go ahead and download that one. Now I do already have one locked and loaded, ready to load, and so let's do new chat. And so if we load the model, I'm just going to use model values, and we do this, we'll see these numbers start to go up. Memory usage, and the power has gone up. It's using the power. It's still going. It shouldn't take too long to load it, so it's already loaded. And let's just say, tell me a joke. And we'll hit enter. And so if we go back, we can see it starts to use more resources on the GPUs itself. And so that's good. It's actually using the GPUs. That's what we want. I'm curious about the 33 gig running on this. That would be kind of cool. See, it runs way faster than running on the CPU. And now even at the 7B, this is faster than the other 7B was running. So it's going to take a little bit of time for this one to run. So we'll come back to that. Still going, 12 minutes in. My experience, if we go back to here, is that the 32B and the 70B run very close on my computer to the same speed. I think I have to go to the 14B before it starts to really be snappy enough to reasonably use. So let's, I'll pause this and we'll come back and check up on it on both those in just a minute. Okay, we're 20 minutes in and I've got to get on with my day, and it's gotten through this amount of tokens. Now it keeps talking, and it looks like it's actually paused, so I'm not sure what's going on. So we're just gonna close this, and I'll show you. So we showed you the 7B. Let's see if this one's done. I'll show you real quick the 14B. Okay, so we'll go ahead and run this. Looks like this is almost done, so we can try out that 33 one on the GPU. It's loading things up. It's ready. So let's just do something really short, so it doesn't take forever. Well, actually, yeah. Tell me a joke. Well, okay. What is a good riddle to test an LLM with? Give it a little bit comparison. Okay, so not crazy slow, but also not crazy fast either. So 7B is probably going to be able to address a lot of your questions. Oh, I didn't do the stopwatch. We'll leave this running here in the background. I believe this is, it's almost done loading to where we can load the model and see how fast we can get it on the 32 gigs of GPUs, which is feasible for you to build. Just take a normal computer and slam, well, maybe not the normal computer, but some normal computers, and slam two GPUs in there. Why is it not? Should show it in my. Let me close this. Oh, it's validating file integrity. Okay, come on. Still validating. Okay. All right, let me pause for a second. All right, the 14B is still running, and we're a little bit more than a minute and a half in. Let's try this one. So with this, there's more of a chance. Sometimes I get a model failure, and we can see where's this memory load, memory usage. So that, I think the other one topped out in the 50 to 60% range, so it's already loading quite a bit more of the memory. It's loaded, so oh, the chat thing is, it's kind of, since I'm remoting in, it's a little bit weird. Write a simple Python script that counts up vowels in a paragraph. So this is already running faster, pretty fast. So, and we go to the GPUs. And it's using the GPUs pretty thoroughly. So, but 33B model is pretty good. It did that pretty quick. You can see that, or a little bit garbled. This one's finally done. I think it was about two and a half minutes. So that's not bad. So if you want to run it just like regularly on your computer, on your regular computer, probably need to go with 14B at the maximum. Maybe 7, 8B or 7 or 8B are pretty good for some scenarios, but more complex things, it's probably not going to do a very good job for. If you really want to do some more complex things, consider building a GPU rig, and I think you can do quite a bit with 2 GPUs. And if you're going to do a more advanced GPU rig, that's a bit more complicated, and more complicated than you would think. I think you can also, if you really don't like any of these sources and you really want to go ham on it, you can use cloud GPUs and max that out. That can be simple or complex depending on exactly how you want to have that set up. I would recommend Grok, G-R-O-Q, for that. Those are pretty fast, and they have I think a pretty simple setup to get that going. Anyway, thanks for watching. Let me know if you have any other cool ways or any other builds that you've done, because there's a million different ways and a bunch of different variations of this model and setup to be able to run. And yeah, let me know what you think. If you're still with me, and hope you have a great day. Thanks for watching. Bye.